right. These are all people who have been murdered in the last 10 years or so, but the DCI seems unable to crack these cases. Of course, we get very long paragraphs from the DCI, especially on X, whenever they make what they consider to be high profile arrests. But when the nation reached out to DCI boss Mohammed Amin to give comments on these investigations and how far along they are, he was silent. Of course, these are all things that happened before his tenure, but he still did not respond to requests for comment and to give progress updates on the investigations. Some of the names you've mentioned are, of course, the IEBC Commission ICT boss, that's Chris Msando, who was killed alongside a lady called Carol Gumbu. And this was about 8 days to the 2017 general elections, and there was suspicions of foul play from political actors. Of course, there's also other people, including Police Sergeant Kipyegon Kene, who was attached to the office of the Deputy President. That was then William Ruto. And of course, this was there was a big kind of blowout after his death. And of course, the acting police inspector general at the time spoke of foul play and said that there were political actors involved. Then the DP William Ruto hit back at Kinoti, speaking at the burial of Kene in Chemasis village, and he said that the DCI had shifted focus to malign him and his office instead of pursuing the killers.
As you look at that, Bharat Shah's murder case is actually really vile, because imagine being in your bedroom and then you're shot by a marksman. That's exactly the case of this businessman who was killed in 2020, with investigation not leading to any arrests. Daniel Musyoka's murder, who is an IEBC returning officer, was killed in 2022 with the investigation still unresolved. The challenge faced by DCI is inability to gather enough evidence to make arrests in these cases, and of course accusations of inefficiency and failure to bring justice to the families of the victims. And of course, we're looking at criticism from various quarters over the DCI's handling of the high profile cases. I remember there's one of the he's an individual. I was in these meetings, human rights activism meetings and gatherings where there's the day to honor the lives of those who have disappeared, and some of the widowers were actually there, and widows were actually there, just talking about how losing a loved one could actually change the pattern of how you operate as a family. Someone like Mwenda Mbijiwe still calls the DCI's office and asks them, mtoto wangu ako wapi? Those are the questions. They are resounding. Remember that if you lose a family member, or if your family member disappears, it becomes a case of destabilizing an entire family setup. With the absence of a father, with the absence of a mother, then how do you carry on the functions of the family as a unit?
True. And if there's anything the last few months have taught us, is that the arm of the law is long when it wants to be. They can find you, they can investigate, they can reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of this country you are at, when there is goodwill. And I put that goodwill in quotes.